Back with another video, and I want to talk about a viral video I saw recently with a woman, African American woman, and she booked a one-way flight to Japan, then later on became homeless in Thailand. So I wanted to comment on that. So please be advised, fair use. This is not my material, but I wanted to give you context as far as what's going on, and then I'll give my commentary. But here's the video.
This is how I ended up homeless in Thailand. I booked a one-way flight from Louisiana to Japan, not having any plans and knowing anything about Japan. I just left. After being in Japan for a day, I realized Japan was extremely expensive and I wasn't going to last here long with the amount of money that I came with. So I decided to book a one-way flight from Japan to Thailand, heading straight to Thailand with no plans and not knowing anything about the country. After staying in Thailand for 5 months, I still was not able to obtain income. I still wasn't able to figure out how to make income. I ran out of money. And that is how I ended up homeless in Thailand. So living in a small village for almost 5 months, not making any income, I was running out of money. I was down to my last $50. On January 22nd, I decided to take a risk spending my last $50 on a bus ticket from Chiang Mai to Bangkok, then from Bangkok to Pattaya. That left me with only $7 to my name. I didn't know what to do. I was worried, but I kept my faith and trusted that God would make a way. After making it to Pattaya, I met with a local expat. I told him my story, and he decided to book me a hotel. And things started to get better at this point.
So this is one point that I wanted to make that everybody overlooked. This guy right here, she pointed out that this point in her journey, this was the turning point. You got $7 and this guy helps you and you end up turning the corner. Who is he? Somebody please help me find out who this guy is. I think he's another YouTuber as well.
To Thailand with $7 for she's homeless and we supposed to give a fuck.
And like they know that they want like some shocking
Bro,
like
why
wow,
would you
like
move out of the country with just a couple $1,000s and think you're gonna live off that your entire
So
life?
pretty much that's what happened when you watch too many
Girl was
travel.
like, I'm not gonna hold you. Moved to Thailand with $7, like that was gonna be $7 million.
Thailand. You in a place where they speak.
It was absolutely stupid and dangerous, and I'm just gonna call it what it is. The person moved to Japan knowing nothing about the culture.
I don't understand why there's so much negativity, especially from my own community.
The full video will be coming on YouTube.
So there was a reaction video that she did to react to people who were reacting to her situation and the like story of hers. And I just find it crazy that like there is going to be people that hate on you, yes, but this situation is not the norm. I think most people would be concerned. I mean, there is cause for concern, and this seems to be what's been keeping her afloat. Her doing hair. She can braid, and she finds African American men to do their hair. She does good work. She's good at what she does. I want to be honest. I'm not here to bash this woman, but there's some questions and some things I wanted to point out. So if you listen to her story, you hear her say, I've been here 5 months, and I can't help but think about the visa situation. Anybody who's been here before knows you get, 60 days and you can extend it 90, but she didn't talk about that. So please pause to read. Thailand, they have the 90-day visa, and she's been here 5 months. And if you're working, you got to have she's just kind of doing hair, which is cool. But I don't know if anybody remembers this situation, right? This girl who was in Bali, and she got deported because visa situation wasn't right. And they charge you here in Thailand every day that you overstay. I'm not bashing this woman. I just want to make sure that everything's right as far as the visa is concerned, because if it's not, and she's viral and somebody pays attention and notices her like they did the last girl that was in Bali, then somebody's going to pull her coattail and say, you're deported and you can't come back for the next 5 years or ever again. That's my point. But I just don't know how she did this. I mean, more power to her. But I want to go back to the guy. The guy who some might call a passport bro. The African American guy who doesn't know her from a can of paint and got her a hotel so she had place to sleep so she wasn't sleeping on the street. People like O'Shea Duke Jackson, who just did a video, or other people who are content creators, are overlooking the fact that this guy should get his flowers for helping this girl out. And I don't know if she mentioned it. She did mention it, but I don't know the guy's name. But this guy kind of changed your life, and you just kind of said, yeah, I met an expat, he helped me out, continuing. But the issue I have is whenever passport bros are mentioned, it's content creators who like to use clickbait situations, like somebody being unalived in Colombia. But when something good like this happens, oh, everybody's quiet. Hey, oh yeah, let's skip over that. And O'Shea in his video, he mentioned it for about a second and then continued on to, act like it just never happened. But this could be dangerous. The point is, not that anybody's hating on you, but you are at the mercy of others. It's a crazy world that we live in, and this is not safe. You still got to be safe. So I hope that she's safe. She's in a good place. But this is just, I couldn't imagine. We all have dreams and love to travel, but I couldn't imagine on a whim doing something like this. Everybody, please do your research. This reminds me of the woman who wanted to be a social influencer. Does anybody else remember that? The woman who wanted to be a social influencer and had kids in tow and ended up homeless. Is like, I don't know if this is people seeing other social influencers and just kind of jumping the gun, but it's not easy. Be careful, do your research, make connections with other people, but please be safe.
Is it worth it? Oh yeah, it's worth it. If you're strong enough.